Hi and welcome to another video tutorial for the Pirate MIDI BRIDGE6 and BRIDGE4 MIDI controllers. Today is just a quick one. I'm going to show you how to factory reset your device, reset the global settings, and where to find out the current firmware and hardware version of the device you have. Let's start by factory resetting. There are two ways to factory reset. The first is in the system menu. We just go to reset, factory, are you sure? Yes. The second way is by unplugging the device, pressing and holding switch 1, and plugging the device back in while holding switch 1. You hold it down for 7 seconds until the LEDs turn white, then you release the switch and it will factory reset. This method, by holding foot switch 1, is useful for if you've done a firmware update and the menu won't work properly, won't display properly until you've done a factory reset. So you would do it like that. However, if you just want a factory reset to refresh your device or just to test something else, you can just as easily do it using the onboard menu. The next thing I want to show you is how to find the firmware version of your device. To do that, we go into the system menu again, and immediately it says firmware version 1.2.1. If you scroll up, you'll get the hardware version. There are a few minor variants of the BRIDGE6 circuit board, and so we use this to keep track of which hardware version you have in case you need any troubleshooting from us. Now, it's important to note that if you're doing a manual firmware update, you will need to select a firmware version that's compatible with your hardware version. This hardware version label in the firmware is not automatically collected from the circuit board or anything. It's just baked into the firmware file. So if you happen to upload the wrong firmware version to your device, then this screen will also show the wrong hardware version. So it's best to make sure that you check the hardware version and write it down before you start doing a manual firmware update. One of the other great things you can do is if you're having trouble with your global settings, or if you just want to start from fresh but you don't want to wipe all your messages, you can just reset the global settings, and in some firmware updates this will be required. So we go to System, Reset, Global Settings, and confirm that, and then your global settings are reset. To update your firmware, you can use our Firmware Updater app, which you can find at our Learning Center website, learn.piratemidi.com. You can download the latest version of the app there and follow all the instructions. There's also troubleshooting instructions if you run into trouble, and if you need us, we're always here. You can message us on our Discord server or via Facebook or email. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.